Welcome once again to the teacher's platform on the result portal. Once the teacher is logged in successfully, this is the welcome page where it displays the name of the school. Then by the right here, there's a profile detail of the teacher where you can see his user profile, where you can the setting where you can change his password. Then the logout button where you can log out in case he wants to log out of the application. So the My Profile link shows the profile of the teacher, the profile picture, and other details concerning the teacher. So the next link there is the My Subject link. Once you click on My Subject link, the teacher will see all the subjects that he or she is teaching in the school and the classes where is teaching those subjects. So this is an overview, a display of what the subject the teacher is teaching as have been assigned by the admin in the admin portal of the result portal. Then the next link is the parent. Actually, this parent and the student link will only be available for a teacher who is a class teacher. When the admin is registering a teacher and he assigns his role as a class teacher, like some school will call it form master, the nomenclature they give to it those days. So if the teacher is a class teacher, then these two links will be available for the teacher to see, parents and student. So the parent link is for the class teacher to be able to add parents to the platform. Then the student link is for the teacher who is a class teacher to also be able to add students to the platform. That means this is done to reduce the work of the admin. In case when you have a very large school, you don't expect the admin to do all the work. So in that case, we can allow some class teacher to be able to add parents to the platform and also to be able to add students to the platform. So in the place of student, if you click on the all student link, then you see a drop down. Then on the drop down, the teacher is able to see only the students in his class. Only the student in his class. When you click on that, you have a drop down of all the students who are available in his class. So that is the way it is built. Then add student. Then he is only able to add student to his class. He cannot add student to another class. He can only add student to his class in case he wants to add them manually. Then he can also he has the provision of also uploading bulk student from a CSV file. He can do the upload as well, but he can only do that to his class because it is only his class link that will be available for him to be able to do that CSV upload in case the admin wants the class teacher to do that. Then the next link is My Student. Now this My Student link allow the teacher to be able to see all the students that are offering his subject, the subject is teaching. Because if you check here, you see a drop down. These are all the subjects the teacher is teaching. English language in JS1, Akbete, then CRS in JS3, English language in JS3, CRS in JS1, basic science in JS1, CRS in JS2, English language in JS2. So when you click on any of these, it will display the students who are in that class. Here you have opportunity to be able to view the profile, to view the results too as well of the student, first term, second term, third term of each of these students, as well as the class, as the subject teacher who is handling the subject in those classes. So the next something there is the class teacher's comment. As a class teacher, he will be able to add comment to the students in the class. So here he downloads the template of the comment. Once that template is downloaded, all the students in the class are downloaded. So you will be able to pick the students, and the moment you click on submit, the template is downloaded just as you can see here. Then you can add comments. Then after the comments are added based on what he or she as a class teacher feel about the child, then he comes here, for the comment to be what uploaded. It selects his class, then the academic session as available on the platform, then the class group, the term group the comment belongs to. Is it for midterm, is it for end of term, or midterm or end of term, as the case may be, for first, second or third term. So that is that. Then he select the class, he attach the comments, then he does an upload. So he submit, then the comment will go directly into the database of the student for that comment section. Then the next thing is the class psychomotor. The class teacher also is able to add the psychomotor, because it is the responsibility of the class teacher to be able to have understanding of individual student in the class. So it comes here, he selects his class, he downloads the template. Then once the template comes up, he adds each of the psychomotor elements and the various grade value the child merits. Then it comes back and does an upload by selecting the same class, then the session, the term that the session, the psychomotor is meant for, whether first term or second term. Then he attaches that, then upload. It goes straight to the database for each of the child. So the next item is the result. So here we have the first term result, second term and third term. Now for results to be added for the subject the teacher is teaching, the first thing you do is you create the term. Now you click on create term. Once you click on create term, then you will select from the list of your subject. You are not going to see other teacher subject. It is only your subject you are going to see. So for instance, I select English language GS3. If that is that, then the class. So now you are allowed to see different classes, because the teacher will be able to might be teaching subjects in different classes. So that is why he sees all the classes. So, but you must take note, as you are selecting the class must tally with the class of the subject you have selected above, so as to avoid error. So you select the academic session, then you select the class group, which is basic 9 for JS3, depending on the nomenclature of the school. Then you hit submit. It tells you successful exam created. Now, but if you intend to do that again, this same class, this same subject that we've selected, in this same class, this same academic session, and the same class group, and you want to submit, is going to tell you that first term already exists for this subject, so it will not allow duplicate. So the moment you are able to create the term successfully, the next thing is for the result of the students in that term to be entered. So you select the session as you want to enter the result, you submit, then the subject. In our case, it was English language GS3. Take note, only your subject will be visible here. I've selected that. The moment you select that subject, that the term has been created, you will see this drop down. So on this drop down, I want you to look at it carefully. Now here the subject is English language. Now the maximum mark cannot be more than 100 at the end of the term. That is what this means. Then here, this button is for you to be able to view the result of all the students in the class. Then here is for you to be able to enter score for each child one by one. Here is for you to create a brush string in case you want to generate a brush sheet for all your students in the class. At the end of the exam, you want to export all their scores to Excel and the brush sheet. That's why this is here. Here, in case you don't want to enter the scores one by one, because in the score section we have a score column for note, for project, for the first CA test, then for the second CA test, and for the exam. Or you want to delete that text that you created. Maybe you feel there was an error, you want to create a new, you want to delete that, so you have that. So if you go through this route, you click on note, it will spot a template for you to enter all the scores for note. You save it, you upload. You now come again, you create project, you export a template for projects, you enter all the scores of the children, then you save it, you upload. You do the same thing for first CA, you do the same thing for second CA, you do the same thing for exam. But if you don't want to go through that route, you can come through the enter score. You click on enter score, you have the student list all coming up here, and here you can now enter individual score for each child. So here maybe this child scored 4, and in that, and this child scored let's say 5, this child scored let's say it's called 10 in this, and let's say maybe you are only entering this score for before midterm, you have not done second CA and you have not done exam, you can just submit query, immediately it's saved immediately, and here you can change it at any time if there was an error in what you did. So this is for you to enter score for individual student. Actually, from experience, this one seems to be safer, using the route of the downloading the CSV file and exporting. From experience, from the usage of the result portal by some other schools, we had series of issue when they download the template, the teachers will make a lot of mistake. So this part was not even part of the result portal initially when this application was developed. We have to put this to make it easier for teacher, because at a glance they can see and be able to edit whatever they need to edit. And if you see, the moment I enter this, you will immediately see the cumulative here, that everything is was entered. Look at it. This child scored 19 out of 20, because 5, 5, 10 supposed to be 20. So if I enter, say, another here, and I enter 15 for this child, becomes submit, immediately saying that out of 40 this child has scored what, 50. So it gives you the performance of the child based on what have been done. Then if I enter here, let's say this child scored 58 in the exam for this subject, English language. This child scores 58. The moment I add it gives me the total mark the child score all over 100. So that is that for entering the score. So the same thing for first term is the same process for second term, is the same process for third term, and once that is done, the result will automatically be calculated for the child, and it will be ready for the children to proceed on for their holiday. God bless you.